We are talking The Walking Dead. Issue 138. Spoilers if you haven't read it yet. You can find the chapter in my description box. Great people. Comic book all day 7. They provide every newest issue all the time. So if you haven't seen the issue, go check. I'll have the link below. Now, lot of things happening in this chapter, a lot of things setting up for the next chapters. Interesting stuff, man. Very much enjoyed this issue. Thought it was pretty damn, it's super interesting to see getting revealed some things here and there, especially in this, everything that we dealt with Gregory in this issue. We meet the Whispers leader. We find a little bit more of what these Whispers are all about. We find that Carl pretty much, a lot of people speculated and I think it's happening, and I'll get right into it. Let's just get Gregory out of the way. He's such a piece of shit. This guy just needs to die already. Jesus has said that, Gregory can't kill Maggie. He can't even kill Maggie. Maggie still says, how the hell are you going to be a leader if you can't kill me, man? Jesus pretty much says, I'm going to kill you myself if anything ever happens to Maggie. And pretty much I hope Jesus does kill Gregory. Gregory is just such a piece of shit, man. This dude is a piece of shit. He's a real piece of work. Once that, they put him in a holding cell. So that's it for Gregory for now. As Maggie and Jesus is... Maggie's still, reeling from the poison and stuff, but she's fine. Let's get to Carl and Lydia's relationship real quick, though. Carl and Lydia's relationship, I think it's really... I think it's something, It's really... I'm really enjoying that Robert Kirkman is setting this all up. Carl right now is in cloud 9 because, he got... see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. He got a little piece. He got a little piece of Lydia. Now he's all in love. But it is interesting to find out that Lydia has been, sexually abused, been raped. Like, she's telling Carl, like, yeah, that was really nice. Like, sometimes it's hard, sometimes this and that, and I don't really like it. So Carl pretty much says, wait, you're getting raped in your own colony? Well, what the fuck is going on? So he's telling her sweet things like, listen, I'm going to protect you from now on. You're my girl. And you just stay with me. And Lydia wants to stay. So I think she generally means it because we do get a nice little shot when she's talking. I'll get to it in a moment why I think she kind of means that she wants to stay with Carl and Maggie and the whole community. So we find out that the biggest... I didn't think we were going to get this negotiation process going on, but pretty much somebody comes in to Maggie and Jesus and says, you need to see this. And Jesus is like, can this wait? We have a lot more other things we have to take care of. He says, no, this cannot fucking wait. And we see Maggie one-on-one with the leader of the Whispers. And the leader of the Whispers basically means no harm. The only reason why they attacked or Maggie's people was because they were in their territory, the Whispers' territory. So it looks like the Whispers have been doing this for quite a while. They have territory. They have set of rules. They have honor, I believe. Somewhat honor. They have a way of doing things, just a different kind of way that Maggie and Rick and all them do things as well. It's not a society. They don't follow the rules of the past. They, I think, make their own rules and go a little bit barbaric. Not to say barbaric. It seems like it's heading to an animalistic kind of viewing of things because of Lydia saying, she's been raped and she's, she doesn't think it's rape is just, when she said that rape is just basically a word where they use to, distinguish ourselves from the animals, but we are kind of like the animals. I'm happy to give my, it's fine. They can have my body, this and that. So you see the difference between the Whispers community. Hell, they're wearing skins on their face. Come on, they're wearing dead walker skins or zombie skins. So they're very dangerous. They're very dangerous. They're very smart, but definitely a different kind of set of rules and different guidelines to them than Rick and Maggie's colonies. Excuse me. So we see the leader of the Whispers, and she takes off her mask, and it's a bald-headed woman named Alpha. Yes, it's a woman. And what the craziest thing is, when she's negotiating with Maggie, she says, "We meant no harm. I'm here. We don't want any violence, but I'm ready to get down." And Maggie's the same way. I'm ready to get down as well. All I want, this is Alpha talking, the woman of the Whispers, saying, she says, "All I want is Lydia, my daughter Lydia." So Lydia is basically a princess, because it seems like Alpha is definitely the leader of the Whispers. Maybe there is another leader, not sure, but I'm just gonna assume that she's the leader of everybody. So she wants Lydia back, of course, and she says, "We haven't even touched your men. They're fine. They've been well taken care of." So she says, "I'll exchange Ken and Dante, these two men, Ken and Dante, for Lydia." And Maggie agrees, of course. So Maggie goes get Lydia, and Carl's arguing with Maggie, saying that she doesn't even want to be over there. They're bad people. You don't know what they've done. Let her. She wants to stay here with us. And Maggie says, "There's no negotiation here, Carl. You've been with her one day, and by that kiss, it seems like you did more than just talk. So get out of here, kid." So they exchanged Lydia for Ken and Dante. But what was interesting, what really stood out, was the fact that she's like, "Thanks, Mom, for coming to get me," and then her mother saying, "Don't call me Mother. Call like everybody else calls me Alpha." So when she says Alpha, I'm always thinking How to Train Dragon 2 for some reason. Well, anyway, so that's an interesting point to point out, that even the own daughter can't call her mom, that she has to resort to calling her Alpha. And then I believe Lydia has I'll get to that one part. Lydia has names, Lydia. So Carl's not very happy. Maggie's trying to reason with Carl, say, "Listen, you don't understand this and that." And also, it was interesting when the Whispers and Lydia and all them were going back to where they came from, and Lydia stating that she would, "Your skin's gone. I'll get you a new skin." So they do definitely have. That's, I guess, each one has their personal kind of zombie skin that they need to take care of and make sure that they don't lose. So Lydia has one. It's just an interesting little tidbit right there. Man, I want to know a little bit more about the Whispers. It's going to be very interesting how we see how the Whispers are and how they act and how they do things, because Dante and Ken revealed some information to Maggie when they were getting checked up on, that the Whispers, they were in a tent the whole time, but they could hear a lot of people, and they could hear maybe about 1,000 people. They have an army. They have a fucking country. Well, so to speak, in Walking Dead terms, it is kind of like a country now, because the more people you got, the more power you have. And the Whispers are no joke. I guess they have a lot of people who could take out Maggie, and Maggie's gonna have to really bring in the reinforcements if it ever goes to war. This is definitely going to be interesting to see what the Whispers are all about. Like I said, I think they're bringing it back. With them, it's bringing it back to like, not the barbaric stage, but kind of like everybody. It's like that Walking Dead episode when Daryl's with what's his name's group. I like to call them the Sons of Anarchy group of the Walking Dead. The outlaw group, when they pretty much say, "It's mine. This is my territory. This is mine." You got to call your gets. That's what the Whispers kind of remind me of. That you have to pretty much, you're going out there, you're hunting for your stuff, you're earning what you get, and you get what, it's everybody's freely, everything's up for grabs, so to speak. So, I mean, of course, they're not cannibals or anything, which is crazy. So it's going to be interesting just how the Whispers live, and how Negan, remember when Negan lived, he was more dictatorship. He got what he wanted. He says, that's my women, but you men follow me. So I think the Whispers are definitely going to be the most dangerous group we've ever seen in a comic book series. I mean, if they have all these people, if they're already smart with putting the skins on themselves to not be detected with the walkers. I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting just how Robert Kirkman does it all, and see if he'll give us something that we haven't seen before, because we haven't really seen. We've seen it, but it's just interesting how he's really taking a step forward into this kind of like group that's coming in. Now, Carl, everybody said that Carl may be joining the Whispers, and he might just do that because at the end of this issue, we see Carl. We see Sophia go to Carl's room and say, "I heard you're upset," and opens the door. And Carl's not there. Carl's actually going to go on this journey to go track down the Whispers, to go into the territory, and probably, I don't know, maybe take Lydia away. Who knows? But most likely they will catch him. They will talk to him. And they will see something in Carl. They'll probably want him in the group. We'll see. We'll see. It's very interesting that Carl already, it's just a step. Robert Kirkman is really setting something up with Carl's story to, if he wouldn't have had Carl and Lydia hook up that fast. So it's definitely going to be something very interesting if Carl does end up going to the Whispers. Because the Whispers right now, other than the rape stuff, they don't seem too bad. They seem very organized. They seem very smart. They seemed like reasonable people for now. I mean, the rape thing is just a hint of maybe there's more to it. But we'll see how it goes. Man, it's just getting more interesting. Can't wait to see what's up with Rick's side. We haven't, this really tells you something that we don't really need Rick in the story anymore, honestly. We don't really... His time, I think, is almost coming to a head. I love to see more with him and Angie. I love that relationship going on. I love to see, everybody else. I want to see Michonne. I want to see all the other characters. But Rick himself, it's interesting. It's like I'm getting more interested and definitely in Carl's storyline because he's getting older. He's going to take some, he is going to be a leader of some group because he's Rick's son and he's learned from Rick and he's learned from all the shit that's been going on around the world. He is one of the strongest people in this new world, this apocalyptic world. It's crazy. It's just I'm really liking what Robert Kirkman's doing with Carl right now, and I feel like Kirkman not focusing a lot on Rick is really a hint of, listen, Rick was our main, focus for such a long time. He's done his duty, though. I don't think there's too much of a story you could really lay out for Rick unless you put Rick against Carl or Rick against one more bad villain. I mean, there's also Rick and Negan. Negan's going to get out some way. And then you got this new group in Rick's group. So it's just everything's coming to play. I really think Rick's going to be biting the dust pretty soon. It just seems that way. It seems like Robert Kirkman's going to setting the storyline with Carl, just really to take over the reign. Or maybe Carl might go. Who knows? Really excited, though, for the future. It's good to speculate. I mean, of course, it's my shit. Speculations are going all over the place. It's just me thinking out freely. And, man, I just enjoy the hell out of this issue. And I'm glad that... I mean, come on, guys. Pick it up. If you haven't started, Walking Dead, hardcover, book one. So, yeah, man, I'm pumped. I want to see more chapters. I want to see where the story is going. So, thank you guys for listening. If you like this video, subscribe, like. Let me know what you think about what future might hold, what you thought of this issue. Just let me know. Just let me know everything. If you love The Walking Dead, just put it down on the comments, and I would love to respond back of any of your questions. So, thank you guys, and I'm Dan the Man, and till next time, to another issue of The Walking Dead. I'm out.